demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry away. Oh, I'ma cry away. Oh, I'ma cry away. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry away. Oh, I'ma cry away. Oh, I'ma cry away. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry away. Oh, I'ma cry away. Oh, I'ma cry away. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's inseparable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's inseparable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's inseparable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Saturday. Man, y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new. Maybe you haven't done so already, of course. You know, my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional trial halls, y'all know we have Music Monday, which that's been the gift that's like keeps on giving, right? Okay, but speaking of sold out, we have a sold out Discord. The link should be pinned at the top of the comment section, and it is free to sign up. Or, of course, you know we continue the sneaker talk, but we got a food section, a sports section, a show your soul section, right? Okay, for the people who like to, you know, show off their fits or whatever you want to do when you're on feeds, we got a section for that as well. So it is free to sign up, and of course, if I do not get the content on time, most likely that's where you'll be finding me chopping it up at the best, right? Okay. Tonight, I'm only going to be on this joint for like an hour, so y'all let me know if y'all come in and out. If audio and visual is looking good on your end, we're going to get the party started. And if it seems like it's been a little bit quiet with sneakers, man, in my opinion, I feel like it has. We've been having some drops, but I mean, I don't think we've had that, like, you know how this time last year, right, we were already talking like sneaker of the year type of talk. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we've gotten there yet. It's been kind of a slow rollout this year, man. And I ain't mad about it at all, man. I'm just trying to stack the coins and save up. But tonight's topics, man, we're going to hit on two major ones. Try to do all three, but I'm going to focus on two. So the inside on Nike's China problem. The local view from the things, that's what's going on, and I'm assuming that's going to be a mixture of probably a little bit more tariff talk, because that has been one of the biggest things that's been affecting just not sneakers, but just the cost of living in general, right? So we're going to be talking about tonight, and it looked like Adidas has about 30 days to answer the allegations of the gender demonstration, discrimination, right? So gender discrimination, which is basically like male or female, what they pick to hire, which I think you're supposed to have like a good balance or what have you if you can, but you can't, like, I think by law, and don't quote me on this, you're not supposed to really deny somebody off of like pretty much, hey, well, this is male only, this is female only. Like, to be honest, hey, if they qualify for the job, they qualify for the job. But it's always been a gray area, but they got 30 days to answer those allegations. And then one more story I may touch on tonight as well is going to be pretty much Nike's dispute against like Lululemon. They have a right to an appeal, so I'm very curious if they will use it. I'm not sure if they will, but it will be very interesting if they do. And yeah, we'll keep the party simple with that one right there. And we'll see how it goes, you know what I'm saying? It could be something as simple as like Nike saying it's not worth the battle or the fight. And I mean, it's not really necessarily probably a L or a loss, but I've been meaning to cover that one for quite some time. So I'm going to make sure I have that ready to go for you guys as well. And as y'all coming out, let me know if audio and visuals is good. And then we'll also talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases toward the end of the live, man. Let me touch the chat, see what we got in the building. And yeah, man, looks like we have Reasons to Live, God. That's interesting. What's up? What's Gucci? What's Gucci? Not judging the name, but I wasn't ready for that one. Reasons to Live, God. What's up? Welcome to the sold out Discord. Already sold out live, I should say. Not Discord, the live, right? This is the live, right? We got Divine Photos in the building says, what up? What up, Divine? What's Gucci, bro? Slayer in the building says, yo, Sneaker Squad 100. What up, Slayer? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Divine says, I had to look at the Soulfly Jordan 8s from a few years ago. Nice shoe, but too white. And once they mess up, that's it. That's just true. Matter of fact, I'll even pull that up too. We'll check it out because the Soulfly 8s. I remember them, but I know I didn't even attempt to cop. So let me see if I'll put some images up for that too, just for the people who don't know. It's gonna be very interesting for sure. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just copying it from the chat real quick. Just make this, because it's going to be a chill stream. Nothing major really going on, man. I'm not mad at it, too, man, because I'm happy to get to save a little bit. We do have some quiet, like, subtle releases that I feel like people are going to pay attention to, but they're acting like they're not going to. But I remember the Soulflies. Okay, cool. I pulled these up, but I got them up in a little tab here on the images. I remember when they tried to really push this one, but, I mean, the Soulfly joints, they haven't been doing too much either. You know what I mean? To keep it 100. You know, like, on my year, same boat. What is that joint? Union LA, same boat. And, you know, Soulfly, same boat, you know, respectively. Let's see. Devon says, the Jordan 11 lows are nice, but worth it under retail. You talking about those 11 low University Blues. They're all right, man. But, man, I told y'all time and time again, personally, I can't do the 11 lows, man. I ain't saying they for the ladies or nothing, but I had like 2 different pairs of like 11 lows. I sold both of them. I sold them. And like, I think at best I broke even on them shits and I ain't even mad. Like, I just knew for a fact, like, every time I wore them, it just feel like it didn't look right on my foot. I look in like my on feet and like the images and shit. I'm like, I don't like the way this look on me. You know what I'm saying? So it's not for, no, 11 lows not for me personally. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean it's not a dope shoe. It's just my preference, right? Let's see. Manny with the kicks in the building says, what's Gucci sold out family? What up, Manny? What up? What up? What up? What up? See, Devon says, salute Slayer. Manny says, Slayer and Devon salutes with the strong arms 100. Slayer says, Devon got the hands up and 100. And Slayer says, Manny with the kicks with the peace and salute. What's Gucci, man? What's Gucci? What's Gucci? Yeah, man, to be honest, I'm not really tripping over these joints, man. You know what I'm saying? or the 11 lows University Blue. I ain't really geeking over them. And Slayer says, those Space Jam 11s coming this year, right? Yes, sir, ski. To be honest, man, me and Manny have been saying it for like, I feel like at least a minimum of 3 years. Me and Manny have been like, yo, we need the Space Jam 11s back. We need the Space Jam 11s back. We need them back ASAP. Like, I got both purrs. I got the 09 and I got the 2016s. And I'm telling you, I don't know what the hell I did. I feel like I wore them no different than my other 11s, but the quality on them, like, when you first get them, they fresh, but then, like, the quality on them, I feel like just decreased. So, yeah, we need a re-up. You know what I'm saying? The aging on both pairs suck ass. Like, the 09 yellowed out on me like a mother trucker, right? Then you got the 2016, I wouldn't say yellow, but it didn't hold that true, like, clear, like, bottom sole like I wanted it to. You know what I'm saying? If you look at my joints, on feet, they do look good still, right? Respectively. But you see them joints, like, you see me in person, you be like, yo, you just put on anything, didn't you? I swear to God, them sisters done, bro. It's about time we needed them. Let's see, Devon says, what up, Manny? What's up? Yeah, man, I'm excited to have those come back, if you guys can't tell, man, because I really, really need a fresh pair. I don't say need, but really would like a fresh pair because, to be honest, man, yeah, not it. But let's go and just dive into tonight's topics, man. We'll keep it simple, short. Like I said, it's going to be a nice, smooth one right here. And then Music Monday, we're going to be right back at it like a crack addict, man. So let me share my screen here. Give me like 2 seconds, and then we'll dive right in. We're going to go on the insider things of the China problem. It's like a local point of view, because I am very curious what they were thinking with all these tariff talks and everything like that. So let me share my screen here. Give me like 2 seconds. Boom. Should be seeing my screen. Let me touch the chat. Ron says, Space Jam's going to be a huge problem. Yes, sir, Ski, they are. I can anticipate it now because, right, let's just keep it real. Sneakerheads is looking for them. And for the people who, you gotta, like, let's break it down. We got tiers to this, right? We got people like us, we check for every damn thing, or majority, right? You got some that only pull up for the 11s only. If I look at some people, that's all they have. Like, there's some people that specifically only collect 11s, and then, so you're gonna have another batch stowed into, like, whatever you would say the sneakerhead count is where we want them, you gotta throw in another batch of holiday season time, because you know it's not coming to December, so they're going to be stocking stuffers, right? You got the stocking stuffers where, hey, really so-and-so really wanted these. And then you got the people who are like, man, finally waiting for these to come back out. I'm going to get them. There's some people that buy 11s that don't even be hitting like that. You know what I mean? Respectively. But Space Jams, we know this one. You know what I'm saying? It's too much storytelling attached to it. It's too classical. It's too timeless. It's everything that we're asking for, right? Whether we get the 23 or the 45 on the back, I don't think that's have been confirmed by us. You know what I'm saying? Nike them probably already know what they're going to do, but we as a whole, as a group, we don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be a problem. It definitely going to be a problem. Manny says, it's brick season. Don't worry, guys. Next month going to be better. We've been having some little stuff right there. You know, it's nothing too crazy, but we were having a little some. But we haven't had no major heat yet. To be fair, we have not had no major heat. All right, man, let me get on the first story real quick, and then we'll keep the party going right here because that was interesting, right? It says, inside Nike's China problem, the local view. Nike's China rival, Nike's China reveal will rely on its ability to patch up the wholesale relations, localize product offerings, and ultimately play a part in regular Chinese consumer daily routine. So I've always thought about it too. Like, if you check your Jordans, most of, your Jordans or your Nikes, I'm not saying we don't have product here made by Nike them in the US, but in my purse, I ain't seen a pair that have like a US, made in US in there yet. So my thing is this, it's kind of one of those, they want to have a good rapport with that because I'm pretty sure the locals over there probably get hooked up and probably don't even know what they got in their hand. So they want to probably rebuild the rapport because all these like type of changes that's been going on by the new administration, people have to realize that over there, Nike using those people and they've been doing it for years, you do want to have a good rapport with that because they have your design, they have this, and this is where the gray area comes in about the argument of like, hey, Is it really fake? And my answer is yes, but is it really considered a fake if it's made from the factory across the street, but they're not contracted to do it through Nike, but they got the same designs, they make everything, and they rush it a little bit and do it with cheaper quality and sell it to us for a fraction of the price. Because there are a lot of people that love it. Like there's one, like several channels that specifically going like, yo, I just rather go get the UAs. Fuck it, I don't care. It still looks the same, and I'm saving a lot of money. I get it. I still feel more better when I cop from an actual legit source like Nike and them, or from Foot Locker, or when I go to like Champs, or what am I thinking of? Finish Line, JD Sports. I feel more better copping for somebody who's authorized to actually sell the product. I don't know. That's the difference to me, right? You know what I'm saying? Mandarin Kick says Big Facts Divine and Black Metallic Gamma combo. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The Gammas is a hit, you know what I'm saying? For real. But I see what you're saying. They got that mixture of it. It's the Space Jam is in his own lane though, respectively. Let me hit this article real quick. It says, for Nike, the numbers out of China make one thing clear. The athletic giant still has a lot of ground to recover in its second largest market that accounts for around 15% of global revenue. Now, let's just keep it 100. 15% don't seem like a lot, but apparently it is when it comes to the business world. If you think about Ye, right? Hate to drag him into this with Adidas, right? Remember when they were like, Ye accounts for 15% of like Adidas sales, like the Yeezy attachment to it, that's 15% of this, that, and the third. Yeah, doesn't sound like a lot, but then whenever they dropped them and had to sell off all their stock, yeah, they still made money, but they did, they could have made quadruple as much. You know what I'm saying? You notice some millions kind of left, big digits like 20, 40 million. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember the number exactly, but enough where, hey, I got to scratch my head. You know what I'm saying? Pause. They still good over there, but you know what I'm saying? I noticed when they start thinking, when they start taking like 100 to like when they start hitting the six figures and up digits about the sales, hey man, it's different. We ain't losing $2-3. We losing some big numbers. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big thought for Adidas and them too. But getting back to this, it says in the latest quarter in 2026, the third quarter revenue in Greater China declined 10%, with online sales down 21%. Greater China footwear revenues also fell 10% in the quarter. So think about this, because they sell shoes over there too. But if they're not liking what going on over here, and then we already we still get the products produced, but not as many products is coming out. So they've noticed changes, right? They got the tariff situation going on. Neither party is really happy. You know what I mean? So yeah, what do you think? They're like, all right, cool. We got our own shit over here anyway. And to keep it 100, I'm pretty sure like we can make this shit ourselves, to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? To keep it 100. And that's probably where a lot of that comes into play. But it says Nike brand's third quarter revenues were $11 billion, up 1% primarily due to the declines in the EMEA, which that's Europe, Middle East, and Africa, and Greater China, partially offset by the growth in North America. See? Over here, we're not really buying like that. And to be honest, we can go off sneaker content, right? Not too many people drop as much content anymore because there's really not much out there. A lot, and I'm not disrespecting any of the channels when I say this. A lot of channels really made it, I ain't gonna say make it harder because they came first, but for me, the guy who still drop content but don't have a sneaker all the time, that's why, some people ain't really a fan of me. But then you got the people who every time they drop the content, they have to have it in hand. Right? But if Nike them and Jordan Brand and Adidas and the major brands not really putting out major heat like that, then at that point, the channels that have to have something, right? Now what? You don't have nothing. The audience is not there anymore. Are they there for you? Or are they there for the shoot? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing you got to take in consideration. And you notice a difference too. Some of them still banging, but content ain't coming like that. And to keep it 100, across the board, we can take sneakers out of the equation. I notice content in general not coming like it used to come. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But it says, we are moving with urgency, Elliot Hill, Nike's president and chief executive officer, said during the most recent earnings call. Nothing that the brand China comeback is still in its early phases, right? Is it really though? Think about it. He's not. This year will be his second year. I think what October, November is time frame. They've been in it for a year, but he's still saying it's early. We still in the early phases, baby. We got, which they do got a lot of work to do, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? But to the consumer and your business partners and stuff like that, a year to them seems like you already been there 2-3 years. You know? Manny said Space Jam 11s is gonna be the worst than the two shoes I mentioned first day drop. Yeah, it's gonna be a problem. I mean, it is what it is, man. Especially with not as much as coming out this year. I mean, think about it. We're in April, which is what, the 4th month? So we're 4 months in. You know, we only got 12. You know what I'm saying? And we 4. Think about this. That's 6, 7, 8. We got 8 months left already into the country, right? I mean, into the year. I said the country. The year, my bad. Yvonne says, especially since it's dropping on Black Friday. Bro, see, I didn't know that. See, Black Friday, that's going to be November. That's crazy. Yeah, it's going to be, yeah. Gonna be pandemonium. Oh man, that sucks, man. Black Friday. I'm gonna do what I gotta do though. I'm gonna make it because I be with the fam too. That's my thing. I hate those drops like that. It's a gift and a curse. But I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But it says, according to the local former employees who requested in amity, Nike's problem stretched back over 5 years. Under the leadership of the former CEO, John Donahoe, Nike then direct-to-consumer first approach meant that the company could own consumer data and improve margins. But the shift marginalized its wholesale partners such as Top Sports and Po Swong. It says those partners helped the brand build a robust retail network, one that reached millions of consumers, a key retail outlet in particular in lower tired markets. It says to fix Nike's retail woes, Hill, who rejoined the company a year and a half ago, right? Think about this. He's already there. Made a major personnel change, right? He did do some restructuring, and that's usually what happens when it comes when somebody gets new in a chair. He tapped Kathy Sparks at 25 years, Nike veteran, to succeed a local veteran, Angela Dong, as the vice president and general manager of Greater China. Dong, who has been with Nike over 20 years, was the CEO of the Nike Greater China and had oversight for the outdoor sub-brand All Conditions Gear, which is ACG, which we've seen the ACG. Some people really rock with them. It says Global for over a year has recently been named a partner as the Chinese private equity firm Hong Swan. So again, they've been making moves low key. These people that like quote unquote have to move around and restructure and do all the third, they still get in the bag. You know, don't get that twisted. You know what I'm saying? They just changing the structure of their job roles a little bit and what they do. You know what I'm saying? If they still don't do the same thing. Vaughn says, we read that one. Slayer says, I'm hyped for my L already. Yo, you got to think positive, man. Think positive. I'm assuming, and I really hope that this is still a thing that they're going to do, and I pray that they do not switch this up ever. But Nike them usually, when it comes to 11, they usually mass produce those where, you know, everybody got a chance for the most part if you put in the footwork. There's still going to be some soldiers who don't, you know, make it to get a pair, but majority in theory should eat. You know what I'm saying? I would hope. I hope they don't do the fake sellout stuff and then move it to the Nike app and then you got to go in the stores. I get it. They're trying to get us back in the stores, but y'all did spoil us with the app. Why the app is cool. Why not have some great pairs on there too? But they know if they put, and I had to guess this, right? I'm assuming alleged. Hold on, as alleged. If Nike them start just having majority of the stock on the sneakers app and you don't have them in the foot stores, then majority of people not going to the fucking foot stores. You know what I'm saying? Which that's going to mess with them where that stores, well, we can't sell your product. It's like, well, because y'all got them all. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Now, I remember back in the day, it used to say like, sneakers app has the most stock and then all the other stores don't really have any stock. Now, I personally feel like, and I can't prove this because I don't work there, so alleged, right? Here we go again. I feel like this. Majority of the stocks are probably in these foot stores. You know what I'm saying? Give or take, you just got to get up off your cheeks and make your moves. Because they want to, the thing about this, if you can sell that and you're back having those guys where you're not trying to do that direct-to-consumer approach anymore and you want your other partners to eat so you can eat because at that point you're getting them at a certain price. But at least as long as they're making money too, they can keep re-ing up with you. You know what I'm saying? You want to do that. They kind of, Nike then went back to, in my in my theory, a hustler perspective, right? That's what I look at Elliot Hill is. Like, he's hustling back here, you know what I'm saying? He's switching up things where, hey, this was work. Why do we break it in the first place? So, yeah, the direct consumer approach is cool, but is it worth putting all the money up and then praying you get it on the back end when sales are already down in general? You know what I'm saying? Because these stores been getting these shoes and they haven't been instantly selling out. Some have, but not all. Like, so far, we probably had, like, what, 2 major sellouts? All the rest of them shits, you can go, like, the next couple day or two and go get them, respectively. You know what I mean? Let's see. Men with the Kick says, nah, the limited bread 4 is coming out for Black Friday, and Space Jams is in the second week of December. Okay, got you. So the bread 4s is coming on Black Friday. And then you got Space Jam 11's second week in December. Okay. Makes sense. My bad. My fault. Bread 4s I'm not really excited about because my pair is fine. But knowing me, I'm going to buy them just to switch up and sell probably my old pair that probably still looks good. They got a little crease on them joints because I don't know what the fuck I was doing when I was rocking them. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Let me get back to the article. Sparks, who only assumed the new role as a little over 2 weeks ago, inherits a business under pressure. Apart from brick and mortar mishaps, the brand was lacking momentum online. It says during last November's Singles Day shopping festival, Fila and Adidas, traditionally smaller players in the market, surpassed Nike in the sales rankings for the first time, finishing first and second, respectively. That's crazy. Again, it happens, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to always be the top dog. Even the GOATs take some L's, you know what I'm saying? And Nike them probably wasn't far from behind them, but they haven't been dropping any major things either, you know? It says, in addition to the competitive squeeze showed little sign of easing. According to the Bernstein research, Nike inventory clearance in China should start to stabilize in the second quarter of 2026, by which point rivals old and new will have further consolidated their gains while entering the mainstream. So again, I didn't even know if Nike or if China them had like the same little setup that we have where, you know, if the product don't move, we can find, that's where you end up finding where they'll go to the outlets or they go to like, you know, Burlington or something like that. No disrespect, where people say, I found these joints in, Ross, you know what I'm saying, which is another discounted store where they have the stuff that's been there for a while, the stuff that they couldn't sell, and Nike them move it to them, or another store pushes them to keep them eating. You know what I'm saying? And it's usually cheaper, but a high price for them. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, think about this. If the average Jordan is $20, $25, think about that's going to be like a Space Jam price, right? Then you can find them in Burlington for like, what, $100. That's a win. You know what I'm saying? Respectively. And you're not getting a box or nothing like that. It ain't going to be top notch, but it's still going to be good for what you're paying. You know? It says, for example, On Running is seen as the staple for both business and entrepreneurs and the middle class. Adidas has morphed into a fashion world darling. Anti has become a poster child of the China magazine and dropping a crop of specialty brands. Simone, Hoka, and Ganazuhu, based Callis among them, have quietly built loyal followings on their own. So they've been making some moves over there. You know what I'm saying? Nike them is not the end all be all. So this is one of those things where also it's a great example. Like, do not ever try to just get super duper comfortable, because things can change on you in the blink of an eye. Manu Kick says, no worries, my guys. Come on, man. We good. Anti has built a portfolio architecture through the acquisition, placing distinct brands across prices, tiers, and consumer segments, so that the downtime in one segment gets absorbed by another. On Running and Hoka have taken the opposite approach, deep specializing in a single performance category where focus on credibility commands premium pricing. My thing is this with On and with the other brands like Hoka, man, you still, and we could throw New Balance in there, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect. The biggest thing that Nike them still have on their bag, or what they have against the rest of these guys, not every shoe looks the same. You know, with the New Balances, a lot of stuff, we got the 9060s, the 9030s, 9040s, 90, whatever, right? Only one naming scheme of the shoe, you know, I mean, hell, what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? We get you, if you put them side by side, you can see it, but from a distance, you can't really see that. You know what I'm saying? So that's their problem, right? We can throw Saucony in there. Saucony, yeah. Same, they all look the same, just different colors. Even if they do remove their little pattern on the joint, y'all use it's like they use the same cut. They like to use the same cut, same shape for every shoe, whether you make it bigger or whether you make it like thinner, skinnier, whatever, or you add this on or do that. It still seems like it's the same cut. We can take it with Hoka, right? And then we can take it with the other brands as well. It looks like it's the same cut, like Own Them stuff. All that stuff looks like the same cut to me, which screams great for like athletic wear, which technically that's what Jordan Brand and Nike them is. But what they do differently that bring to the table is, right, not all Jordans look the same, respectively. Let me put it, you got a different silhouette full of the same different colors, but it's the exact same shoe. But think about this. We normally focus on 1 through 14, but the number surpasses 14 different models, and each one has their own like shape and or story too. You know what I'm saying? Ones, they don't look like the twos. Twos don't look like the threes. Threes don't look like the fours. The fours do not look like the fives. The fives do not look like the sixes. Y'all get my point where I'm going to this. The sevens and the sixes look similar, but definitely made a change where you can, let me put it this way. You see somebody walking in some sixes and you see somebody walking in some sevens, you gonna be oh, that's the sevens. He got on the sixes. You know what I'm saying? Eights, differently. 9, different. You know what I'm saying? I can go on forever, baby. You know what I'm saying? But that's where I feel like these other brands are lacking at. They do make changes to give you different models, but they do not look that much different to the naked eye from a distance, you know? And that's where I'm like, they making moves, but that's why I feel like that's what separates Nike from the rest. Adidas, right? I can't go on and not speak on them, right? Adidas, they have different models too, and that's what brought something different to the table. But to be fair, with Ye being over there when he was over there, he, in my opinion, yes, he's got different models, but it got to the point where they got focused on that, Yeezy 350 V2. They just kept doing the V2, and even the V3 was different, but they kept eating on the V2 because I feel like that one kept moving. You know what I mean? The V1 and the V2 look similar, but they are different, right? But I don't know. That was a different structure, right? And Ye kind of, how he went out. I'll leave it right there. Let me keep going real quick. Adidas has found a transaction by giving its China team real autonomy to build from the local consumer culture rather than executing a global template, said the Wei Clan, founder of the consulting firm Conduit Asia and former Nike and Converse APC executive for almost 15 years. It says each of these models work, but they work differently. Structured reasons. The competitive pressure is the highest for any brand that hasn't yet defined its strategy in its new consumer and market landscape, he added. For Can, a Chinese consumer shift to an activity first and community first approach to sports and brand must exist not only in awareness but in the consumer's actual routine. He says, I found myself shopping the same way, said Can. He says, by category, need and the cultural curiosity, not brand default. So he's saying he would start shopping by category, right? And maybe some people have, like, when I assume what he means by this, like, yo, I'm shopping for a running shoe. I'm shopping for a gym shoe. I'm shopping for a shoe I specifically want to play basketball in. I'm shopping for a shoe that I just want to casually walk in. Or I'm just looking for something that's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Versus like, all right, cool. I'm pulling up, I only really rock with Nikes. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that ain't, you know what I'm saying? There are some people that do that, but I feel like my palette is versatile. You know what I mean? Let's keep going real quick. He says, where we at? He says, for trail running, I look at the specialties, right? Okay, see, there I go. See, he's going for what are you going to do in the shoe? I do that sometimes, but also I still look and see what Nike them have to offer too. You know what I'm saying? Comparing it, right? It says for everyday wear, I gravitate toward the heritage brands with real history and these subcultural roots. See, I didn't even have to read that part to kind of see what he already kind of meant. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I'm a know-it-all, but I can just tell he's going by the category. He says, own the product and, can things that by merely adjusting colorways and adding regional collaborations and tweaking fits on existing global platforms will not cut it in the market that is in demand, that's more in demand than ever. So that's a shot at probably everybody, right? Because me, and I'm not saying it in a bad way, but it's like a wake-up call. Like I said that what Nike them is lacking is who's next up after Travis Scott. You know what I'm saying? Ye did a great job at Nike. Ye did a great job at Adidas. You know what I'm saying? But now we don't really gotta, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, I'm waiting for the so-and-so to come out. When the Travis come out, we're gonna be dope. We're gonna go for him. But like, we also be like, man, you know what I'm saying? Anybody else is like, we're used to this. What's gonna be the next one what's gonna be the new wave? Cause the Drakes, we don't even talk about. Right? We don't. Respectively. Yachty doing his thing, but he's not hit a home run yet. You know what I'm saying? He getting on first base and second base, you know, and I feel like on his way to third, but he ain't nowhere near sliding home. Yeah, you know, the game's still going on, baby. You know what I'm saying? He ain't not going out the park, respectively. It says the brands gaining ground in China have figured out that the product development rooted in the local consumer insights consistently overperforms adapted global lines, and overall the gap between the adapting with what have and building from what the consumer needs to where the international brands and losing can added, pointing the examples of the local brands that are releasing sneakers technology such as carbon plate racing shoes, collaborated for the local climate, specific race calendars, and the foot shapes for Chinese runners. So again, the runner shoe is still in full effect. A lot of people do like to run. It says on the branding front, he pointed out that Nike's Chinese New Year campaign as the move in the right direction, capitalizing by the Nike's in-house creative team and shot by the comedic actor and director Zhong Dapeng. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. It says the youth sports to break the Pandora's box 3-part series takes aim at the time and honored tradition of the awkward Lunar New Year. Questions from Redditors offering comedic resolutions rooted in the sport, because we do usually get a Chinese New Year, but I don't think we really had nothing really crazy this year. I think they've been doing it for the last couple years. They've been doing a Chinese New Year theme with the Kobe's. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm not mad at it, but if I'm not mistaken, that's what they've been doing. That it says a similar playbook, leaning on the Gen Z nostalgia, was on display at the Nike's Air Max Day activations, which brought out the convenience store pop-up to the Shanghai and a ghost market experience to Beijing. So again, kind of one of those display right here. This is what they're doing in China. Interesting. Kind of gives me like almost like a different type of vibe. It is definitely different over there, man. And not in a bad way, but you can tell they got their own unique styles and everything like that too. Certain shoes that we go crazy for over here, you go over there, if they got them, hell, they may be sitting for months. But it says it shows that they are recalibrating on the messaging side, and the next step is to whether the same instant reaches the innovation and product pipeline, said Kane. It says, to wit, the brand has taken a localized approach to the new excitement around the ACG brand, which was previously positioned as the supplementary product line. It says in February, ACG opened the first ever standalone store worldwide. The ACG base camp in Beijing shopping mall is taking the claim of the northern China market. So I guess this is inside the store right here of the ACG technology type of shoes. But you think about it, that still falls up under Nike. So I guess you can climb, jump, run, skip, whatever you want to do. You should be able to get it in with these joints with the comfortability. Which, I don't know. I still take that with a grain of salt. Because with my shoes, they're not always comfortable no matter which ones I get. It says, during the interview with the local media, Fitz Pacone, general manager of ACG Greater China, emphasized that it needs to organize more hiking and exploring activities in the Chelong district, which was once a key site for the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics. The Chinese consumer needed the best overall conditions. That is what we think we will drive distinction from us in the market, says Pacone. Says, who said that the brand is investing in Chaehong as its best camp or its base camp and starting a point to break users outdoors, earnings, drivings, trail running credibility, and the mission to number one of us at Beijing. So again, he said it's going to be some changes for sure. Says with hard shell jackets priced at around 3,900 Ribeiro or $450. So again, I guess that's their currency. But if you can translate it into the U.S. currency, that's $450. No, thank you for me. There's a focus on the trail running, hiking, and outdoor exploration. ACG is Nike's bid to compete directly with premium outdoor rivals such as Archertex X and Camusling, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, and Mulet in Chinese market. So they're trying to bring something different to the table, and compete with other markets and not just be focused on one specific thing. If I want to sound like Elliot Hill right now, they're just trying to expand their portfolio. If I had to guess, my bad, everybody. It looks like something got in my eyes. But yeah, it says later in the month, ACG will open a second base camp format at the MXC shopping mall in hopes that the general company ACG is in a outdoor market. For Chinese Nestesians, the store opening has been somewhat overshadowed by the skepticism over Nike's late entry into the trail running. However, the brand might be able to find its footing with less than the hardcore audience. So again, it's like Nike's got to find their certain audience because they are trying to pivot and change things slightly different from what I get from this one. But it will be something that obviously they're going to have to stay focused and determine on if they're going to make some changes. You just never know. Finish up the last little part of this article, then we'll do the other one, and then we'll wrap things up for upcoming sneaker releases. But it says, women's basketball players who attended the ACG Beijing store opening offered a telling perspective. Her top priority for picking outdoor gear is warmth, with ACG's layering approach feels very beginner-friendly and easy to get into, she said. So that wraps up this one right here, kind of the things that they're trying to bring over there in China. You know what I'm saying? Because granted, we still got a lot of like stuff going on as far as like the tariffs, even though technically it's been ruled illegal. But they want to get the pour with the people and their consumers over there in China, and I can't knock them for that. So let's go to the next topic real quick, and then we'll wrap things up. It says Nike can appeal the. No, we're not going to do this one. We're going to do the Adidas one. I want to do the Adidas one. The Nike appeal, I'll cover that on Wednesday if I can. But it says Adidas has about 30 days to answer the allegations of the gender discrimination. Lindsey Gregg filed a lawsuit alleging violations of the gender discrimination and whistleblower retaliation against Adidas. Manny says those Air Max Neon 95s hella comfy as fuck. They are better. I will say I've been working out with them. I worked out with them all week, to be honest. Lindsey Gregg, the former head of the women's basketball sport marketing at Adidas Market Incorporated, on Wednesday filed a lawsuit against her former employee. The suit filed a Monmouth County, that's where it was filed at, in the County Circuit Court in Oregon on Wednesday, alleged that the violations of the gender discrimination under the Oregon law, that the sports firm also violated state laws that prohibited whistleblower retaliation. So, again, Adidas are going to have to address this. I'm assuming it may get thrown out, but it depends on how much evidence they got. So, whole live, alleged. I don't know. It says the court docket on Friday showed that Adidas hasn't yet been served under the Oregon particular law. Adidas has 30 days to file an answer in writing form that the day service of the lawsuit, right? Okay, so it's going to be interesting for that for sure. We're going to keep it going. It says a spokeswoman from Adidas said, "We won't comment on the pending litigation." So, and that's a smart thing too, right? You don't want to ever do this, right? You don't ever want to comment on this stuff like that. So, to me, when you see attorneys doing, like, no disrespect, off mode, but on mode, if your client has actually got a case going on and you ain't even got them on bail yet, and you doing an interview about the shit, no, you, a true attorney to me, talk about it after you've already won your fate and you've already done what you're supposed to do, and still tread lightly about it, because, hell, people appeal shit. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we got a pill story up on the table I could hit tonight if I want it, right? Let's see. The lawsuit said Gregg was hired in 2022 to grow the basketball business, and over the next 4 years that included signing and retaliating top professional and Colgate athletes. Gregg said she also helped expand key partnerships and played a central role in elevating Adidas' presence in women's basketball, right? It says, but she also alleged that the company denied her in the resources and staffing, along with other support that she alleged was given to her male counterparts. So she's saying they were treating the males better, right? I don't know. I wasn't there. The lawsuit details in February in 2026 incident where she said two Adidas sponsors WNBA players were placed in an unsafe and inappropriate situation when unauthorized individuals were allowed into the private player space. So they're saying some stuff went down. Some people shouldn't have been where they should have been, and I get it. And that is a violation, right? If this is true. Keep going. It says, Greg said she had raised the concerns initially to senior leadership and the human resources. Let me tell you a little something about human resources, dog. Respectively, right? They're not who you think you, and I don't want to talk about my company. I'm just talking in general, right? Human resources, be careful what you do and tell them, because if you have to do something against the company, it can and will be used against you in a court of law, right? They already see, human resources know what you get paid, dog. Respect. Somebody has to know because somebody got to divvy out the checks, right? But think about this. Say you complain to them, right? Who do you think human resources in favor of, right? I don't want to hear what they sell you, but they're in favor more so of the company, right? They're there to make sure the company is good and protected. You know what I'm saying? And what you say to them, they document it. And that don't mean they're always going to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, only time I hit up human resources when I need something, done, and I keep it moving. You know what I mean? But respectively, no. You know what I'm saying? You say you got a problem at work, you run into them, you better have some hard proof, and you better deliver it a certain way. Because if you have to go to court against your company, you find somebody who, think about it, they got a bigger bag than you, because reality is they pay you. You know what I'm saying? They got a bigger bag to fight, and they're going to have that's what human resources there, to cross their T's and dot their I's for the company. You know what I mean? But it says, both about the alleged disparities and about the February 2026 incident, alleged treatment for female athletes, Greg said that a few days after the reporting on February incident, she was fired from her job due to business decisions. See, this is, think about it, I didn't even read the rest of it. I already know how this was going to go, dog, respectively. Human resources, I'm going to say it again. Every job has them, to the best of my knowledge, right? When you go to them mother truckers, you better be thinking legally every time. Watch how you speak to them. You know what I'm saying? And also, fun fact, right? There are certain laws in each state that you got to know, too, that human resources, they already know it. Are they going to tell you? No. You know what I'm saying? Case in point, right? I'll give you a good example, right? Because we getting on the end of this joint. I'm going to wrap it up. This is my thing. I'll give you a good human resources example, right? So, say you got an emergency in your family, right? Whole situation, and you tell them you're going to use your PTO. You know what I'm saying? Say this is a life or death situation. God forbid, I don't want nobody ever to go through it. I don't been there. But, by law, you don't have to use your PTO for something like that. You actually can. That's what's the point of, like, at that, and human resources is going to tell you pretty much what you have the option to use, like, emergency leave, and they're not allowed to fire you. And some companies have it where they will pay you a percentage of your paycheck. You may not get the whole check, but you still can take emergency leave and get paid a percentage of your check. They can't just, you know what I'm saying? Because case in point, say you go on like an emergency leave as a family definite thing, like, long as you can provide proof, they got, you know what I'm saying? Like medical reasons. I've actually witnessed somebody who did this. They were like off for like 2-3 months, right? They didn't get their, and it is, I seen it on where the company I work for. You just but if you don't say nothing, yeah, they're going to let you burn through your PTO. I mean, and let me clarify with PTO too, right? PTO is not required, right? It's a privilege and how the company looks at it, right? You know what I'm saying? They don't have to give you X amount of hours that you could give back to the company, this, that, and the third. But to be honest, yeah, that's why I said people always look at me. I use PTO from time to time, but I mean, like, I take a day or two and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? It's like personal time off is what it is. But they don't have to give you that. You know what I'm saying? Just FYI. But it says, for years, I've advocated for athletes for the equitable resources and basic respect, Greg said, adding that the women are exceptional competitors whose skill and professionalism deserve the better to be met with respect and support and an investment. Oregon laws protect employees who raise concerns about discrimination and unlawful conduct. Maria Witt, Greg's attorney at Libels and Stark LLC, said Greg did exactly what the law emerges. She spoke up about the inequality and safety. Firing for her doing so is not yet just wrong, it's unlawful. Nike, meanwhile, is set to do a trial this summer for an allegation in a discrimination lawsuit that has been unfolding for the past 7 years. So Nike them got their thing going on too, but this one was for Adidas. Pretty much it's supposed to be gender discrimination. Then Nike's got the discrimination lawsuit. So we'll see how it goes, man. But let's talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases. We'll wrap things up for the night. Appreciate y'all for coming through as always. We're coming up on an hour mark anyway. Let's see real quick. We do got the Mine 001s restocking April 30th to the best of my knowledge. Again, I'm not really happy about it. And the 002s, which, no disrespect, I ain't checking for those. They may be comfy as hell, but I'm not checking for them. I do want the little slide joint. These little navy, like bluish looking joints, they actually look kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. So we got those coming. Let's see. Action Bronson looks like he's about to do another thing too. Let me see if I can get this joint loaded up right here. Boom. It's going to be another drop from him. And that's what I mean by New Balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is supposed to be the New Balance 1890 colorway, right? Dope, but what does it scream about Action Bronson other than like Brock LeVar? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't feel like he gets enough customization on there. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what a New Balance looks like without actual, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe it's a logo, maybe it's a structure. I don't know what it is, but all of them look the same respectively. You know what I'm saying? And then let's go one more time real quick. The brick after brick, Jordan 4 is what they're calling these right here. Brick after brick. So it's the brick by brick and the brick after brick. Now these, I do like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm not going to go crazy for them. But it's supposed to be that Friar Red joint. You know what I'm saying? I like them. You know what I'm saying? We got multiple images right here at the bottom of the screen as you guys can see right here. You know, bike air, bike joint. Extra laces. I think those red laces will pop in there heavenly. I'll probably do one red, one gray. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we got options. You know what I'm saying? And then let me just put myself back on the main screen, and then also we will check the sneakers app real quick before I get up out of here, because we're right up on that hour mark. Perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? If I do say so myself. Opening up the sneakers app, right? So got to give it a minute to load. And yeah. Looks like the University Blue 11s. Let me see how many, if they're still there. Like, yeah, if I want them, yeah, you can still cop. But let me check out the size palette. They're moving, but slowly, right? So anywhere from size male 8 all the way to male 13, readily available. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they got male 8 up to man size 12, and then they got the 13, but they don't got no 12 and a half. So I mean. And that's how it be. Half sizes are always been a problem, right? And then let me see what else real quick. We have next week, we have the Nike SB Air Jordan 1 low coming. That's coming Tuesday. I did actually cop those from a skate shop in Cali, so hopefully those are coming in here soon. I'll give you guys a review on that one. And then let's see what we got. Air Jordan 4 coming Thursday. The Pearl Pink and Ice Carmine. Very interesting. And then Saturday, we have the Air Jordan 5 White Metallic. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to get. And then more stuff on the way from there. The Air Jordan 3 White Orange. And there was one, too, I think, Devon, too, that Soulfly 8 we was going to revisit real quick. I remember we said that at the top of the live. My bad. Is that like that cigar theme joint? Let me see real quick. Let me share my screen. Boom, right here. This is what we're talking about. And let's see. Devon Photo says they're sitting everywhere. I'm not surprised. Those 11 lows, I'm not surprised. And then Devon says, sitters next week. Yeah. And then, so these are the ones we were talking about earlier, right? I think where they went that Cuban lean thing joint on it. I think, was this the one where they did like the Cuban cigar theme joint on it or something like that? But to be honest, man, because it is like a different box, but I think that's the theme they were aiming for. They dope, but same time, I'm like, I don't know. They're okay. Like if somebody gifted them to me, I would take them and rock them. But same time, I'm not like crazy. We see the YouTubers here just doing their thing with them. Got the Soulfly on the cross straps. It's okay, but still not there in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Respectively, not there. But you can, if you know how to take a photo, like this is a dope photo, even though it's kind of blurry. You know what I'm saying? If you know what you're doing, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just loading up the images. I think the quality loads a little later. That's Instagram. Boom. You know what I'm saying? They're okay. I don't regret not getting them. I don't regret not getting them joints, man. They okay. You know what I'm saying? Respectively, they're okay. That's a TikTok joint. Boom. Boom. Yeah. But I think that's supposed to be the cigar theme joint, if I'm not mistaken. Mi casa es su casa. Mi casa es su casa. But yeah, man, I don't know. They're okay. Yeah. But I know we was talking about those earlier. Now these joints right here, if this was the B1 right here, I wouldn't mind seeing this one joint. This was supposed to be, I don't remember these, but at the same time, this one right here is, this one looks exactly like something that's already been out. You know what I'm saying? If we get the Bread 8s, you know what I'm saying? Dog, no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's kind of one of those, hey, man, just because you put your little sticker on it, that ain't going to work. Which I'm glad they took a break on the goddamn, the Supreme Air Force Ones. Because that was getting kind of old, too. You know what I'm saying? The Jordan 1s. And there's another Soulfly joint. The best one to me, right? Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me put my search on there. This one I would like to get my hands on that not everybody has. It's a Jordan 1, not the one everybody's thinking of. I think it's a black and green joint. Let's see. Boom. Black. Let me see if I just put it in black and then pull it up. It's one of those. It's a rare one. Yeah. I'm not seeing these joints right here on eBay, but I wouldn't mind having these right here. Let me share my screen. In fact, if the number's right, if this is my size, I wouldn't mind having this like non-numbered sample. So this is supposed to be, oh yeah, this, look at the price on this joint right here, $7,500. Yeah, never mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm not paying that, but I wouldn't mind having these though. I like these. That patent leather Jordan 1. This is my favorite one that I would like to have in a collection. If I can find that, which is gonna be hard to find. This is a friends and family joint. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough one. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough one. You know what I'm saying? But they dope. It's like the Miami release theme sneaker. I like it. And that one's probably going to be something that I can go down the radar and get my bag right. You know what I'm saying? Type of hit. But let me put myself back on the main screen here and get ready to wrap things up here for the night. Boom. Back on the main screen. Yeah, man, this was a good one. Appreciate y'all for being active in the chat. And yeah, I'll be back live again on Monday with another Music Monday. More content on the way, as you guys probably already know. Other than that, smash the like button, sub up to the channel, and sign up for that sold out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the comment section, and it is free to sign up, where, of course, we continue the sneaker talk, but we got a food section, a sports section, you name it. If I do not get the content out in time, most likely we're chopping it up in the sold out Discord. I'll be back live again on Monday with Music Monday. Until then, smash the like button, sub up, and yeah, man, my name is Jeremy Jones, and I make content about sneakers and occasional trial hauls, and I'll see you guys on Monday, and I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember.